How you doing, Manginas? Tanky Toddler here, bringing you guys Girlfriend Stories, episode 24. And this gameplay is Domination on Terminal. And you guys will probably recognize some of your names because I was playing with subscribers in this game. So hopefully you guys enjoy watching yourself. And yeah. Also, before I get started on Girlfriend Stories, I am starting a new series. And I mentioned it at the end of my last video, but I'm going to mention it here again. And this series is going to be about news. It's going to be kind of a news segment type thing. And it's not going to be a podcast or anything like that, or a vlog. It's going to be me talking over commentary, kind of like this. So, in the link below, in the description below, there will be a link there. So, I'm technically kind of right. But it's to my email account. So, make sure you guys email me to submit news with links to talk about girlfriend stories and questions for me to talk about in future girlfriend stories. Or just even talk to me on there. For instance, somebody sent me a link about Neil Armstrong and the death of Neil Armstrong, and I'm going to talk about that in a future video coming up. And so it can be any type of news stories, and just email me. I will respond back if you would like me to. I check that a lot more than I check my YouTube inbox because I get a lot of spam on the YouTube inbox, and it just kind of gets annoying filtering through all of them. So, oh, okay, I had a burp there. That was a gross, terrible burp. That was not manly at all. But anyways, I think I'm getting sick, to be honest with you, which isn't good. So, let's get started on girlfriend stories, alright? How about we do that? Let's do it. So, I'm going to be getting to some of your guys' questions that you guys submitted and your personal girlfriend stories to help you guys out. But I have a few update stories about past girlfriends that I have mentioned. And they all kind of involve college, which is really weird. So, I'm going to college at Iowa State University, as many of you guys know. And it's only about 20 to 30 minutes away from my old school, Ankeny High School. And that means that a lot of people from Ankeny High School go here. So I know enough people from high school that I don't feel totally just alone and completely like a new kid here. So a week ago, this is Monday, so this is last Monday, I went to go hang out with some friends. And I went to this friend's apartment, and they're high school friends. And this guy was like, one of my good friends was getting drunk. And he's like, all right, let's text some girls. Let's get some girls over here. So he was texting like everybody through his phone, and he's like, all right, he's like, I think Brittany might be coming over. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I had no idea. I just figured it was some girl I didn't know. Turns out it was the Brittany that I went to Crystal Ball with, and the one that got mad at me because I didn't take her to prom and she thought I was going to. So I was like, oh, that Brittany. Oh, shit. But it's okay. Brittany, she changed. She's actually changed quite a bit. She always seemed to not talk that much and be kind of, I want to say socially, she wasn't socially awkward by any means, but it was kind of hard to keep a conversation with her back in the day, and she liked to talk now. So that was totally cool. I thought she's really fun to hang out with. I text her a little bit now. I actually hung out with her this last weekend, which I have a story about my last weekend as well. So that was kind of interesting. And what's really weird is that I got a text from somebody that I haven't talked to in a long time. And that was Libby. If you guys remember Libby, she was the one that I should have chose instead of Anna. And she just randomly texted me. And she's actually in my town where I'm living at right now in Ankeny. Because I'm living at home, unfortunately, first semester. But she's going to a community college there. So I might even be hanging out with her soon. Which is like totally weird, dude. I haven't seen her for probably 4 years now. So that was kind of interesting. I can't believe that she's actually living in my hometown. And so, like I said, that was weird. And then now, I actually have a plan to go hang out with Nicole, the other girl I should have chose instead of Shelby, Thursday. So I'm like, what the fuck? Just randomly, like, 3 girls that I talked about in my past girlfriend stories, I found myself texting again, and they texted me first. And it wasn't me just, like, drunk being like, hey, what's up? What's up? It was just like, it was weird. And another thing, too, oh god, there's, like, so many update stories just from 1 week of college. I was walking along, and it's just really weird lately. It's like, you see people that were kind of a significant part in your life. You see them walking around, right? And you don't even say hi to them. They might just be a past friend. They might be like maybe even a hockey teammate at one point or another. And you just, or like maybe not so much a teammate. I feel like teammates would say hi to each other. But it might be just like a past friend, and like you don't even say anything to them. You guys make eye contact and just pretend to not know each other. And it's really weird. And not in this case, it didn't happen like that. But there's this girl, her name was Sydney. I forgot to talk about her in girlfriend stories. it really wasn't a whole big deal between me and her. She kind of liked me at the same time Julie liked me, which was right after the Ashley situation. And I hung out with her a couple times, but I saw her went by, and I'm like, holy shit. It's been a long time since I talked to her, too. She didn't see me, though. She was on the phone, but it was just kind of weird how many people I see here that I used to be friends with that I probably will never talk to again. And I don't know, it's just one of those things that if you see them outside of school, you probably say hi to them and say what's up and stuff like that. But here is just a different case. So let me talk about Saturday night, and then I'll get to some of your guys' questions that you guys have emailed me. And Saturday night, I was hanging out. Well, no, it was Friday night. Sorry, it was Friday night. I came to Ames to hang out and just, chill out with some people. So I get there that night, and I'm hanging out with the only people that I hung out with Monday, plus a few others. So like Brittany that's there, and all my other good friends from high school, and I was pretty good friends with them in high school. So there's this new girl there. She was one of my friend's girlfriend's friend. Does that make sense? She's not from here. She's from Omaha. And to say she's good looking would be a lie. I mean, she was okay looking. She seemed alright. She seemed kind of fun. She started to get more drunk, and she became a lot more annoying. So from the beginning, I could kind of tell that my friend with his girlfriend were trying to hook her up with me. Because we were playing drinking games, and she kept basically giving her drinks that she got to give out to people to me. So I was basically the one getting a lot of the drinks. And I think that was like her attempt to try to flirt with me. So anyways, we go out to these parties, and we're having fun and stuff. And the party finally got busted. I'm 21, I didn't have to worry. A lot of us didn't. So we were walking along. She started talking to me, and she actually stole my hat. It's one of my favorite hats from Las Vegas. She stole it from me. I wanted it back. So I was like, fuck, now I'm like kind of stuck just like talking or hanging out. So I started talking to her, trying to be nice, And she was just really drunk and just started getting annoying. And I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a chance. Maybe she'll turn this around and not be annoying. And maybe we'll just hang out the rest of the night. Well, that wasn't the case. She exceedingly just started doing stupid stuff that really, really pissed me off. And one of the things is that like every single person that went by, she tried to interact with them or start arguments with them the whole time. I'm like, can't you just like be quiet and just talk to people that you know already? Like, holy shit. I mean, these people that are walking by really don't want to talk to you. I got to be honest. She just couldn't figure it out. So then we were going to go get this thing called a super dog. And I guess it's a really good hot dog. It's $4. So we're standing in line in this really long line because I guess everybody's really drunk and wants this super dog. But we're standing in line, and first of all, this whole, like, homeless-looking dude comes up to me, and he's just way hammered. I'm not sure how he started talking to me, but he did somehow. He was talking to me, slurring his speech about some bullshit, and then finally he's like, hey, will you grab my, well, not fly, he didn't even say flask. Will you grab my Jaeger and my Dr. Pepper from my backpack? So I open up the backpack, and there's like 8 beers. I think it's like Bud Light Lime. First of all, the girl steals one. I'm like, you're fucking stealing a beer from this dude that can hardly even stand up right now? I'm like, that's kind of a dick move. And he didn't even notice. I was like, fuck. So I couldn't find his alcohol because I saw a bunch of other alcohols. So he finally got out and he was just sitting there slurring his speech to me a little bit. I looked back. I went back to my group for a second. I looked back around. He was just gone. He vanished. He might have been a figment of my imagination. So that was weird. But during that, this girl, she pulled out her $5 because we were splitting a hot dog because I wasn't really hungry, but they're like, dude, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. This super dog, it's so good. And so I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'll try it. I don't care. And so I hand her $5. The super dog's $4. Hand her $5. I'm like, here, I'll pay for it. I have the money for it right now. And so I turn back around. She's like, a little bit later, she's like, I can't believe you're making me pay for this. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you didn't even give me any money. I'm like, you're holding my $5 right now. I said, I just gave that to you about 2 minutes ago. She's like, no, you didn't. She's like, this is my $5. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. I was so mad at this point. It's like, it's not a big deal. It's $5. But for the fact that she's accusing me of lying about this and just basically stealing my money. Turned out later on, somebody told me that as soon as she got the $5, she turned around to somebody, to her friend, and was like, look, I got $5. So she just pocketed it. I guess basically I was saving her $5 anyways. But to not giving me like a little bit of like brownie points for just giving you $5 to pay for this fucking super dog. I was like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, you're not even supposed to be drinking. You're underage right now, so I'm not sure what your deal is. And anyways, later on in the night, she lost her phone. How the fuck do you lose your phone? It just fell over her pocket one day. She was texting for a second and then wasn't texting the next, and somebody found it and called me because I was trying to call it for her. So that was just fucking terrible. So the next girlfriend stories, I'll get to your guys' questions. Stay hairy, manginas.